Hello friends, I am CA Rohit Tehlramani, indirect tax expert at ClearTax. Today we are going to talk about two important recent updates in GST law and procedure. But before starting this video, I would like to draw your attention to our File to Freedom offer, wherein we are providing 50% off on our all-in-one CA kit that includes income tax software, tax cloud, TDS software, and GST software. So avail this offer before 28th August. Also, if you want to check out more videos on tax and savings, and if you have not yet checked out our YouTube channel, I'd request you to go and check out more videos and you will be updated with the latest knowledge. And also, if you have not subscribed it, please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon so you do not miss any updated videos that we share. So coming to the video, the two important changes that have come up is one is related to the interest that is payable on net tax liability. This was already presented in the budget of July 2019 under section 100, and now it is notified. The date of effectiveness is notified in notification 63/2020, and also clarification has been given by CBIC. The another important update is Aadhaar authentication that is available for registration nowadays. So first, I would take up the interest on the net tax liability. Notification 63/2020 was issued by the CBIC on 25th of August, and it mentioned that the date of applicability of Section 100 of the Finance Act that was presented in July 2019 is 1st September 20. However, there was a lot of confusion about if it is applicable from 1st September 2020, then what about the previous tax periods? What if we have not paid the liability or if we have late filed the return before September or for the earlier return periods? And CBIC or GST Council had given an assurance in the 39th GST Council meeting, and also a press note was released wherein it was clarified that it will be a retrospective amendment. However, there were a lot of you know there was a lot of confusion regarding how it will be applicable, and CBIC has recently come out, like in a day only, on 26th August they have come out with a clarification wherein they have specifically mentioned that it will be given on the basis of retrospective only. It will be a retrospective amendment only, and there was a technical issue in the notification that was issued. So we can be assured that will be applicable. It is now clarified that it will be retrospective only. So that is all, and this was a very awaited notification. So it is a good and a welcome move by CBIC that interest will now be charged only on the amount that is being paid by debiting the electronic cash ledger, and it is retrospectively effective from 1st July 2017, since the day GST was made applicable. So we do not have to pay interest on the gross liability. Now we can pay the interest on net tax liability. Another important update, another big change is Aadhaar authentication for registration. We know CBIC, GSTN has been facing many issues because of fraud and everything, and they wanted to have physically verified places of business. But however, that is not possible given the scale of the GST registrations that they have. So what they have come out with for new registrations, the promoters and partners and directors of the company or the authorized signatories can have Aadhaar authenticated. Though the procedure is optional as of now, the question, like, these are the main questions that I was asked by many CAs. Either it is optional or mandatory. It is totally optional. It has been made applicable from August 21, 2020. That is been a week now. And what if I do not want to opt for Aadhaar authentication? Can I not get registration? You can definitely get the registration. It is not mandatory. However, the procedure will be lengthy. The time period, like, you might take up to maybe 45 days or something for getting the registration. So that is why they have not made it mandatory. It is optional, but such is the procedure that it is recommended that you go for registration by this mode only. So how do we opt for Aadhaar authentication? You can see that for registration form, a new tab has been added in the registration form, Aadhaar authentication. If you select this, if you opt for it and make it yes, then a link will be sent to the email ID and phone number registered on the Aadhaar portal. And for all the partners, all the directors, this has to be done. So you can authenticate their the link, the Aadhaar number. You will get an OTP on the email ID as well as the mobile number. On both the things, you will get the OTP, and from there you'll have to validate your Aadhaar number. Like Aadhaar number has to be validated, and the application shall be considered submitted. That is, the ARN will be generated only when all the Aadhaar cards are authenticated. Now, how do we know if the Aadhaar is authenticated or not? They have come out with new status for registration, that is pending for Aadhaar eKYC. Earlier, we could only see if the application is in draft. If we go to my submitted application, if it is draft, pending for validation, or if there is a validation error or process. Now, before process, there is another step, that is pending for Aadhaar eKYC. So if it is not done, you will not get the ARN up to 15 days. If it is not 15 days, like you submitted an application and you opted for this scheme, you opted for Aadhaar authentication, but you did not authenticate it within 15 days. So it will be considered that you have made an application wherein you have not opted for Aadhaar authentication. And the submission of the application, that is the ARN, will be generated after the end of 15 days. So the application will be considered to be submitted after 15 days only. Now, what if Aadhaar authentication is not done? As I mentioned, the ARN shall be generated after 15 days. That is, it will be considered that you have made an application after 15 days only. And also, officer may issue a show cause notice within 21 days from the submission of application. So effectively, if you are applying, say you applied on 26th August, it will be considered as application made on 10th of September, and they have further 21 days to issue you an SCN. Hence, 1st October is the time period given to officer for capturing the registration if you have opted for authentication and if you have not authenticated. And also, officer may do a physical verification, or they may ask for some more documents with the approval of joint commissioner and all. So that will cover in the next slides. Now, time limit for granting the registration for officer is also different if you have opted for Aadhaar authentication or if you have not opted. If you have opted it and you have made the authentication by using the OTP and on the link sent on the email ID and mobile, for them, whenever you submit the application, the status of the application will be changed from pending for Aadhaar eKYC to the ARN will be generated and it will be processed. The application will be in the processing. From then, it will be 3 days, and if nothing is done in 3 days, you have not got any show cause notice or something, it will be deemed to be registered and you will get the RE06. For non-Aadhaar authenticated applications, 21 days is the time given to the officer, and they have to conduct a physical verification of the premises. And if they know the place, or if there is anything that they want some more document, and for that also they will need an approval from an officer not below the rank of joint commissioner, and that becomes a lengthy process then. And so they have 21 days from the date of submission of application. And you remember, if you have opted for Aadhaar authentication and if you have not authenticated, then it will be 15 days till when it will be considered as the submission is made for the application. So effectively, it will be considered in 36 days, which is a very long time for registration, as we know. And if show cause notice was issued and the reply is given by the given by the SSC, then 7 days from the receipt of clarification, information or documents will be considered as the time within officer has to issue the registration certificate, or it will be considered as the registration is done and you will get the REG06. So this was a brief introduction about how Aadhaar authentication is applicable and how the interest on late fees, interest on the delayed payment of GST will be charged. Thank you so much. And again, I would like to remind you of the offer that we are running, 50% off, and avail this offer before it runs out. After that, the prices will be increased. This is valid only till 28th of August. Also, again, subscribe to our channel, check out new videos. You can just go to YouTube and search for ClearTax and you will get all the videos in one place. There are a lot of information and educational videos for tax, savings, income tax, etc. And subscribe to this channel and press the bell icon for updating, for getting updates. And also you can connect with us on GST support at cleartax.in. You can call us on 080 6745 8707. Thank you so much.